and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel scattered all over the earth, let me say Shabbat Shalom. And we trust that you are in the process of celebrating your Shabbat. I trust that everything is going well with you and your family. And we want to take this moment to thank you so much as we look towards this special day, this holy day. We want to just thank Yahuwah for the opportunity that He has given us, so we can be celebrating and we can be enjoying this day and the day of fellowship with our Yahuwah. Praise His holy name, praise His name. My brothers and sisters, I will not cease to thank you for your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, and most of all for your prayers. Thank you. Thank you so much. Today, as we do our Shabbat meditation, we want to consider the world that we're living in. Just consider this world. My brothers and my sisters, though we're enjoying some of the things that Yahuwah has given us in the world, we are not of the world. We are not of the world. And so I chose as a topic for tonight, Shabbat meditation, and that is a special request. A special request. And you've heard me quote this verse over and over and over, Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2, where he said, be not conformed. He said, first of all, he said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercy of Yahuwah, that you present your bodies as living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto Yahuwah, unto our Elohim, which is your reasonable service. And in verse 2 it said, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may be able to prove what is good, what is the acceptable will of our Yahuwah. Praise His name. So we're going to look at this verse tonight, this passage tonight, and just point out a few things in there. Why we are special, and why this special request. Why this special request? Praise His holy name. He said, I beseech you therefore, brethren, our brothers and sisters, by the mercy of Elohim, by the mercy of Yahuwah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Elohim, our Yahuwah, which is your reasonable service. My brothers and my sisters, we want to look on this word beseech here, though we don't use this word hardly anymore. We don't, very few usage, people don't use this word because, this is a King James Version word, beseech. We don't use it anymore, but or at least much of, in our days, we don't use it. But in the day in which, King James Version was written, the Bible, King James Version of the Bible was written, it was a commonly used term, a used word. It's an Old English, okay? And the word here, my brothers and my sisters, by definition, is, of beseeching. It means to ask someone earnestly to do something, or to ask someone for something. And it comes close to the word I beg, I plead, I urge, and which more common use today, right? All right, so we want to look at this word. there's a word in Hebrew, and this word is ana, 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 and it's a word that means, no. I or we beseech or beg you or urge you. The word here, my brothers and my sisters, is apparently contracted from ahaba, and na. There's two different Hebrew words here, but meaning the same thing. And it's like saying, I pray thee. Oh, because sometimes we use the word. Sometimes we talk in praying. We use the word beseech there. But the word, my brothers, my sisters, now, we pray no. And, part of speech is like what do you refer to as an interjection. Interjection, no. Means I pray, we pray now. And so, the word I beseech, pray thee, I beseech thee, go to a primitive particle of incitement, or sometimes we will use the word entreaty, which may usually be rendered I pray, no, or then, and may usually be rendered I pray, okay, added mostly to the verb in the imperative or future, or to an interjection, occasionally to an adverb or conjunction, beseech, pray, thee, and the word to go or now, oh, and so we wanted to notice here, my brothers and my sisters, that he said, and be not conformed to this world. And I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of YAHUAH. First of all, right, that we present, I want us to notice there, that we present our bodies living sacrifices. We present our bodies as living sacrifices. That, okay, YAHUAH, he laid down his life. He presented himself. We don't have to go and build a fire and find an animal to, bleed the blood and burn it, and, incense, something like that, to burn it on the altar. As a sweet smells. Say, but we don't do that anymore. Because YAHUAH, sure, he did that for us. Right? He did that for us. No, we don't present dead sacrifices to him. We present living sacrifices. And the living sacrifices that we present, my brothers and my sisters, is ourselves. We present ourselves to him. We lay ourselves on the altar for him. If you understand the spiritual term, altar, to lay ourselves. We give ourselves to him. We commit ourselves to him. We dedicate ourselves to him. We present our bodies. It's a living sacrifice. How should this sacrifice be? It should be living, and then it should be holy. The fact that we do not present a dead animal as a burnt sacrifice, burnt offering, does not mean that we don't find, because remember, when we present an animal, the animal have to be holy. There should be no blemish. So we must present ourselves, and we should be a living sacrifice. We should be a holy sacrifice, and this sacrifice should be acceptable unto Yahuwah. It should be acceptable unto Yahuwah. And this, my brother says, is a reasonable service. This is something that we give ourselves, we willingly. It should be a willing service. It should be an act that is willing, my brothers and my sisters. It should be an act that is willing. It said, be not conformed. Look in verse 2. It said, look in verse 2. It said, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahuwah or of Elohim. What is saying here, my brothers and sisters? Don't adjust yourself to this world. Don't match yourself to this world. Don't suit. Don't fit. Don't accommodate. My brothers and my sisters, don't accommodate. Conforming. Me here, when we talk about to conform here, my brothers and my sisters, we're talking about the fact that, to form or to, made to resemble. We should not make to resemble or assuming the same form of the world. We should not be like them. We should not be resembling them. We should not shape our lives or pattern ourselves like them. To make like in external appearance, to reduce to, or like, or to shape, to form with something else. We should not be conformed to, we should not conform anything to a model of the world. We should not reduce to the likeness, my brothers and my sisters, or correspondence in manners, in opinion, or in moral qualities. We should not, because our moral qualities is different from the world moral qualities. Okay? So for whom he did foreknew, as we see in Romans chapter 8. For whom he did foreknew, listen what he said. He also did predestinate and conformed to the image of his Son. That's Yahuwah. So be not conformed to this world. In other words, don't make yourself agreeable to this world. Don't square off with the rules or directory of this world. There's a Greek word, suskematizo. Suskematizo. And this word here is to conform to. It's to conform to. And we don't need to conform, my brothers and sisters. Conform to fashion ourselves according to. We don't do that. This word comes from another derivative, schema, to fashion, to conform to in the same pattern. We don't want to fashion ourselves We don't want to fashion ourselves like that. Okay? We don't want to fashion ourselves like that. When I never forget when we were when I was in college, we had a big conversation, and I think we were in a biology or anthropology class, but anyway, the word metamorphosis came up. And where you know, when we were kids in regular school, we used to catch grasshoppers, and we'll put them into some kind of jar with a little ear and stuff, and the teacher, you know, shows us. And the grasshopper would change into a butterfly. Changing, you know, is a the metamorph. The Greek word is metamorpho or metamorpho. Okay, that's what the word is. And you know, metamorpho. And this word, my brothers and sisters, means to transform or to transfigure. Okay? Well, it changes, it's transfigures, transform. Meta and morpho, to transform literally or figuratively. And this means to change. It means to transfigure, it means to transform. The Hebrew word, this is ha-fak, ha-fak. And it is Yod, Fe, Ape, and Ha-Fa, and then another word, Kaf. And so what this word is, I mean another letter Kaf. So it is He, Fe, and Kaf. And this word basically is saying here is to turn or to overturn. To turn or overturn. And so it will change, it will come to, there's a be converted to give, to make a bed. When you say here, my brothers and sisters, when you are transformed, it overthrows, it will overturn. To perverse, I mean, the root is to turn about or to turn over. Be transformed. Implication, to change. Overturn, to return. Okay, from something pervert, you know, to something that is holy. We're changing from that to, which, you know, we are being transformed, you know, become, you know, we're converted. We you know, so this is what is like, you retire from something old and you take on something new. To turn back from a contrary way to something that is in order. It's a be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So this renewing of our mind, my brothers, is if any man be in Hamashiach, he's a new creature. All things are passed away, all things become new. So everything is new about us. Newness of life. That ye may prove what is that good. My brothers and my sisters, when we're transformed by the renewing of our mind, we're able to tell to prove what is good. We are able to prove what is acceptable, my brothers and my sisters. We are able to prove what is perfect, and what is the will of Yahuwah. My brothers and sisters, if we are not careful, we can end up being like the world, doing the things that the world wants us to get involved in. So then, the special request is, he said, I beseech you, I beg you, I urge you, by the mercies of Yahuwah, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, acceptable unto Yahuwah, which is your reasonable service. Yes, my brother, my sister, he said, be not conformed to this world. We don't want to get conformed and tied up with the world system. But he said, be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and the perfect will of Yahweh. My brothers and my sisters, we trust that this moment, this special request will be something that we're able to grant. Be not conformed to this world system, my brothers and my sisters, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because we want to prove what is good, we want to prove what is acceptable, and we want to prove what is perfect. And these are the will of Yahuwah. Something good, something acceptable, and something perfect. My brothers and sisters, we're going to ask you to enjoy your Shabbat and be a blessing to someone today and walk with the King. Shalom.